Alright, what's going on guys? It is Core Ambition here, and in today's video I'm going to go over my wish list for original and sequel trilogy content because December is soon going to be upon us, but we are going to be getting two updates in that month, and one of them is going to be heavily featured for the Rise of Skywalker, and that's extremely exciting because we are not getting Clone Wars content right now. Maybe we will in the future, who knows, but right now honestly I feel like Clone Wars content, we have a pretty good amount in it in Battlefront 2, and I feel like we should move on to the original and sequel trilogies because, I feel like their content needs to be up at like what the Clone Wars content is now, if you understand what I mean. But let's get into the video. This is going to be the main thing I want to talk about. Capital Supremacy is currently a Clone Wars exclusive game mode. And honestly, Capital Supremacy is a really fun mode. I really enjoy playing it, but the major problem with it right now is that it's only for the Clone Wars. And hopefully in December, since there is going to be a new map for the sequel trilogy in December, I really hope we get that map for Capital Supremacy. I feel like, if we're going to get our first Capital Supremacy map that isn't to the Clone Wars era, I feel like this Rise of Skywalker map might be the perfect time. I'm actually curious to see if this map makes it in the Capital Supremacy or not, because to me, if it doesn't, it's kind of like a win-win situation, because I guarantee you this planet is going to be either for Galactic Assault or Capital Supremacy, or if we're really lucky, both. And I'm kind of fine with either of those two modes, because Galactic Assault, I would really like to see a new map in that game mode, but then I would also like to see a new map for Capital Supremacy that isn't to the Clone Wars. So if we get one or the other, that's actually pretty alright. But if you get it for both modes, then I'll be really happy. I'm kind of mainly hopeful that we get it in Capital Supremacy, because I would really like to fight on like a First Order Star Destroyer and just play the Capital Supremacy on a non-Clone Wars map. Don't get me wrong, I love the Clone Wars, but it's time for a little bit of a change. But I would also like to see our current sequel trilogy maps that are in Galactic Assault make it into Capital Supremacy as well. I think Star Killer Base, Takodana could be great maps for those for this game mode, and I don't really like Takodana that much in Galactic Assault, but I feel like it would be really good in Capital Supremacy. So I feel like a few of those Galactic Assault maps could be great for Capital Supremacy. But then moving on from that, I really hope we do get original trilogy Capital Supremacy maps. That one I really hope for, specifically because I love the original trilogy so much, and the 2015 Battlefront Supremacy game mode was all pretty fun, and I would really like to play Capital Supremacy for the original trilogy. If they are going to add a original trilogy map in Capital Supremacy, I think it would probably be sometime in February, March, maybe, if they were to ever consider doing that. And honestly, I don't even mind if it's just like an already map we have in Galactic Assault. Honestly, I would actually prefer we get the 2015 maps imported to Capital Supremacy, because they were made for Supremacy, which is like both the modes, Capital Supremacy and the regular Supremacy, are kind of similar. But those maps from the 2015 Battlefront I think would be great, especially the Endor from the 2015 Battlefront map. I would love to play on that map again, but for Battlefront 2 and Capital Supremacy, that like I really hope for. But the sequel and original trilogy I really need in Capital Supremacy, because honestly it's a great mode, but we need more eras for it, if you understand what I'm saying. And also with that, I really hope they do add starfighters, because starfighters I feel like would be great for Capital Supremacy, because you have these two capital ships battling, and a common Star Wars tactic is, a capital ship battle, then you are going to send, your smaller ships like, starfighters to go and fight. So we're not seeing that in Capital Supremacy, and I really hope we do, because starfighters are kind of irrelevant at this point in the game. Starfighter Assault is dead, and the only real place you can play Starfighters is in Galactic Assault. So I really do hope we see Starfighters be added in Capital Supremacy. I get there are concerns like strafe running, but hopefully they could be like some sort of balance or a compromise for like, having Starfighters in Capital Supremacy but not getting like strafe ran from them like every few seconds. And speaking of Starfighters, the second thing for this video I hope we get for the two eras is Starfighter Assault being revived, because Starfighter Assault was a pretty fun game mode, but now I think a lot of us know that the numbers of Starfighter Assault isn't what it used to be in the launch day. Maps like Fondor or Camino, those maps were really fun, and actually honestly Starfighter Assault could have any new map. I don't care if it's from the Clone Wars sequel or original trilogy. I know talking about the Clone Wars maps is kind of defeating the purpose of this video, but Starfighter Assault really needs to get that revive, because it was a pretty fun mode in my opinion. I really did like fighting in space, even though it was just going after objective, and yeah, but I still had a really fun time in Starfighter Assault. And I really hope that they can revive that mode by adding some new Starfighter Assault maps. Some original Chile maps could be like the Death Star Run, or maybe a Starfighter Assault map over Bespin, like over Cloud City. That would be extremely fun. And then I feel like the Rise of Skywalker, seeing some of the Starfighter scenes in the trailers, I think there's could be a lot of potential for that in Starfighter Assault. I would just really like to see Starfighter Assault and Starfighters be revived in Battlefront 2 because, like I've said in my previous videos, Starfighters are an extremely vital part of the Star Wars universe, right? And yeah, some hero ships I think we could get added. Honestly, if we don't even get hero ships added, I'll be perfectly fine with that. I actually can't even think of any hero ships right now. But yeah, main point of this is just to get that mode revived at this point. I feel like new maps would bring the player base back to, pretty healthy numbers that, we can actually find a match because it is kind of hard to find a match now. I really love the thought of, hopping in like an X-Wing or a TIE fighter and just flying around in space trying to, take out the enemy. That was really fun. I think Starfighter Assault was just a really good mode, and it's kind of a shame that it's their numbers have died down or the player base has died down in that mode. But hopefully later in the year that can change. Now I'm going to move on to reinforcements. This is going to be a little smaller thing. I can't really think of any resistance reinforcements, but for the First Order I can think of a lot. Like we got the Praetorian Guard, their weapons, like those weird weapons we saw in The Last Jedi. Those would be really fun to play with. The trooper, also First Order troopers with like, that electro staff or that baton kind of weapon from The Force Awakens, that would also be really cool. But yeah, also for original trilogy reinforcements, the Bothan Spy could be an interesting concept because I know that was a class in the 2005 Battlefront, and I think a Bothan Spy could be really interesting, kind of like a stealth type reinforcement. That would be interesting to see. For the Empire, I can also think of a few, not many, but there are a few good ones, like shock troopers. I mean, they're not like the coolest type of reinforcements, but I do like their armor paint in the game. Maybe even the Emperor's Guards. Who knows? Now, the final thing I'm going to add is just maps. For the sequel trilogy, I can't really think of too many maps. We are getting a new planet, which is good, and honestly, that one planet is fine for me for sequel trilogy. Maybe we could get, like the Canto Bight map, just another urban map would be cool, but I can't really think of any for the sequel trilogy. All I know is we are getting a new sequel trilogy map, / planet, so that's already, fine. But for the original trilogy, I would really like to see either Scarif or Sullust. Scarif, because Rogue One really portrayed the Battle of Scarif so well. I really enjoyed the battle on that planet. And the 2015 Battlefront Scarif DLC was extremely fun. So just having Scarif back, but in Battlefront 2, could be really cool because there's just so many more possibilities that could be done in Battlefront 2 for Scarif. And the reason I would like Sullust is because the 2015 Battlefront, Sullust was exceptionally well done. I really did enjoy that map. I did like fighting among the factories or near the lava. And it was a planet we've never seen before, so kind of original. And I feel like Battlefront 2 can do so much other stuff with the planet. And I really do hope they add Sullust. So many good memories on that map from the 2015 Battlefront. And it's probably one of my more favorite planets because you got all this lava flowing everywhere, lava gushing, Imperial factories, among the planet. And also the Sullustans come there. My boy Nine Num, love his species. So yeah, that's just another reason. But that is going to actually end off this video, guys. Let me know in the comments below what sequel or original trilogy content would you like to see in Battlefront 2. I would love to hear your responses. But thank you so much for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, please leave a like and consider subscribing to see more of my videos, as I will greatly appreciate it. But yeah, this has been Core Ambition. Peace out, everyone.